Hello. In this video, we're going to be looking at averages and looking at data and trying to condense that data into just one piece of data. So in other words, imagine you wanted to find out how long it took everybody to walk to school or to drive to school or to travel to school in general. But you didn't want to ask everybody in the class because it's a lot of information. Maybe you just wanted to take everyone's information, put it all together and get just one figure, one bit of data that sort of summarizes everyone's answers. This is what we call finding averages. Now, there are 4 different types of ways that we can sort of condense this data. We have something called the mean average, the median average, the mode average, and the range. So the mean average, the way we find that is we add all the values together and we divide by the number of values we have. So we'll talk more about that in a second. The median average, what we need to do with that is we line up all of the data that we have and we find the data that's right in the middle. The mode average, that refers to the most common data, the most common answer that you're given. And the range is the difference between the smallest answer or the smallest piece of data and the largest piece of data. So to make it clearer, let's look at some examples. If we look at this table below, we have the names of 4 children, and they've given their answers to the following question. They were asked, how long did it take them to travel to school? And the answers, as you can see by the table, the answer is given in minutes. So Angela takes 11 minutes, Brian takes 8 minutes, Claire takes 9 minutes, Dominic 6 minutes, and Elise takes 6 minutes as well. So this is what we need to do to kind of find just one piece of data that reflects reflects all of the data. So we get all the data and we're just taking out one bit of data from that to give us a good idea of the answer we're looking for. So let's look at the mean average. So in order to find the mean average, we need to add all of the values that we're given and divide by the number of values that there are. So the values are these answers here: 11 minutes, 8 minutes, 9 minutes, 6 minutes, and 6 minutes. And in order to find the mean, what we need to do is add them up and divide them by the number of pieces of data there are. So there's 5 pieces of data there. So we need to add all these together and divide by 5. So we need to do 11 plus 8 plus 9 plus 6 plus 6. Now, I reckon you could probably do that in your head. But the answer to this would be 40. So 11 plus 8 plus 9 plus 6 plus 6 is 40. And if we divide 40 by 5, we have the answer 8. So the mean average of this data would be 8 minutes. Okay, so that would be the mean average of data. So in fact, let me write it up here, 8 minutes. Now the median average, what that requires us to do is line all the values up in order from smallest to largest. So if I write the data down the bottom here, we have Elise took 6 minutes, that was the smallest, but that was the same as Dominic, who also took 6 minutes. Brian took 8 minutes, Claire took 9 minutes, and Angela took 11 minutes. So you can see what I've done is I've lined up the data from smallest to largest. And now to find the median, I need to find the middle number, the middle value. So if we look here, 8 is in the middle because there's 2 bits of data to the left and there's 2 bits of data to the right. So the median average is also 8 minutes. I'm going to write that up here. I do apologize if my camera is covering some of this, but I'm sure you still understand. The mode average is the most common answer, the data that comes up most. So if we look at our data here, we've got 6, 6, 8, 9, 11. So as you can see, 6 comes up most. So 6 would be the mode average of this data. And finally, to find the range, all we need to do is subtract 6, because that's the lowest value, from 11, because that's the highest value. So 11 subtract 6 gives us 5. So 5 minutes, and I should have written minutes up here as well. So yeah, this data, what we've done is we found the mean average, which is 8 minutes, the median average, which is 8 minutes, the mode, which is 6 minutes, and the range, which is 5 minutes. Okay, so now that I've shown you how to do that, if you could look at the worksheet that comes with this video and answer the questions, that would be fantastic. Thank you very much for watching.